All right. Good morning, friends. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the February 7th edition of the Morning Tea Message here on my channel, Healing Tea Talk. So glad that you guys are here or will be here joining me shortly. Hopefully, you will get the notification from YouTube that I am live. And thank you guys so much for your loving support following the channel. As promised, I started with Leo yesterday, getting out the weekly readings. So I will pick up again today with Scorpio weekly live readings and go through to, let's see, what I stop. Hmm, Taurus, perhaps. So be on the lookout for those. Hi, Alicia. Good morning to you. Good morning. Welcome to the Healing Tea Morning Tea Message for today, February 7th. I hope everybody's day has gotten off to a fantastic start. Good morning, Komanichi. How are you, dear? I feel like I need some more light on me. Let's see. Maybe I'm being extra, but we'll see if this helps. Some. It feels dark. A little light. Does that help? No. Maybe it's just me. Okay. All right, friends. So I want to stick a. Oh, yeah, that's what I'll do. Okay. I wanted to lean the camera forward a little bit more. Happy Heart Health Month, you guys. I have on my Heart Health shirt. As you guys know, I have two parents who have survived amazing cardiac incidents. They're like complete miracles. Is that making a glare? I can't tell. Anyway, so make sure that you support the Heart Association and Good Heart Health this month. Hi, God's anointed. Did you? Oh my goodness. I found out it's Ohio. My daughter called and let me know. I'm so glad I'm back in Texas. It is so nice here. It's cold, but it's not snowing. So, anyway, love you guys so much. So, let me go ahead, guys. I've smudged already. Let me say a prayer and get into our guidance for today. Anybody else all hyped up? I am. I am. You know what I'm rejoicing in? My journey. Think about your own journey and how much you have to be grateful for, right? Like what really hyped me up this morning was taking my blood pressure, and it was so good. It's the best it's been in a while. Like I'll say a week and a half or 2 weeks, and it just sent me to the moon. Like I small victories do it for me. Like it's okay. It doesn't have to be a humongous victory. It could be a small victory, but it's a victory. So rejoice in your journey. Let your journey invigorate and excite you. Look how much you've endured and come through, and there's so much more look forward to, right, guys? So anyway, that was my cheerleading rant so far for the morning. All right, so I'm going to say a quick prayer for us. So, Father, thank you for my friends. I love my Healing Tea Tribe. For everybody who is watching, will be watching this video, let them be blessed. Let them be prosperous. Help them see their way clearly. Please give us clear and divine messages that you would like to share with us today, February 7th, 2020. Happy birthday to all of my Aquarius friends. Thank you, Archangel, Spirit Guides of the highest, most holy, divine order. Thank you, ancestors. And thank you, Jesus. Amen, guys. We are magnetic for wonderful, amazing things, aren't we? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. All right, so the first card out from the Notes from the Universe on Love and Connections deck says change is always good. So it says actually the only effective way of changing another person is by changing yourself. It works every time, guaranteed, though I'm kind of partial to the way you are right now. Okay? So this is affirmation confirmation. Change is always good, even if it's a change that makes you feel uncomfortable, or it's like I don't know. Change is good. Okay. This is about good changes. Okay. The advice on the card, though, is letting you know that um, it's really pointless to try to change other people. That's not something we can do. But we can always change our reaction. We can change our feelings. We can change how we deal with situations. Okay. So that's our first guidance card for this morning, friends. The second one is you don't need to worry. Alrighty. So if you guys have concerns or things like that, you don't need to worry. This card is also about people learning how to show affection for each other. Like, if you're not sure someone is interested in you, or it's like, I don't know if they like me or not, this card says that there's no one in your life who hasn't always loved you. They're learning how to show it. So it could be about someone from that you've been dealing with, maybe someone from your past, but you're like, it's someone who knows you, okay, based on this card. Um, but they haven't quite expressed that. Okay, that's sort of the vibe of that card. But the other message, just the blatant message, is no need to worry about a thing. What's that, Stevie Wonder? Don't you worry about a thing. Right? All right. And then this is convince yourself, not others. This card is about when you just need to be comfortable with your decision, your choice. Anytime you're trying to justify something to other people, it is because you are one concerned about what they think over your own convictions. So get comfortable with your choices before you share it with other people, first of all. Two is there's some level of insecurity. Okay, so if you feel a need to explain to people why you did something or why you think something, then there's some insecurity about it. You're not completely comfortable with the choice. So really you're convincing yourself when you're talking to people, not necessarily convincing other people. Okay. All right, guys. All right, so let's take a look. We're going to pull a couple cards from this Nature's Whispers deck here. Let's see. What messages, Holy Spirit, do you have for us here? So, illumination and clarity. That's certainly beautiful energy. See that big moon right there? What is it? A Leo full moon is coming up on Sunday. So, a lot of illumination, hidden things, clarity could be coming out right now. Could be getting into that energy where things are becoming more clear. And then be in service is also here. Okay, which is about being available to others, being helpful. All righty. So let's go ahead. I'm going to do one more. I feel like I should do the angel guidance deck too. All right, Holy Spirit, any messages for my friends out of this angel guidance deck, please? All kinds of stuff flew out. You guys want to know what they were? It was a lot. Okay. So, relationship matters. Okay. This card is when there's some kind of relationship that's on your mind. It's something of emphasis. It's something you're thinking about. Okay. So, this says that your primary relationship is with the divine, right? Our creator, God. And that every other relationship is sort of a reflection of that relationship. Okay. So if you feel very secure, confident, like you and God are on good terms, you and spirit are on good terms, and you're always on good terms with him. Don't get me wrong. You are always loved. Don't ever doubt that. But in terms of like how secure do you feel spiritually, like how spiritually grounded, okay, and then your other relationships sort of come out of that sense of security and fullness that you have, okay. um so it's like the scripture that comes to mind is, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these other things shall be added. It's like that. It's like, your safety, your security, all of that stems from sort of your spiritual groundedness and your spiritual relationships. So if other relationships seem cloudy, seem ambiguous, it could be a reflection of your personal vertical relationship with the divine. Okay. So it's sort of something to think about. Okay. Entrepreneur always comes out in our morning readings. I don't know who's supposed to be doing this, but do it. Because it always comes out. Life purpose. So some people are really trying to figure out, what is my life purpose? What should I be doing? For some of you, it is a service industry, service oriented career. You could be changing your careers at this point in your life. Okay. Some of you, your life purpose is to be an entrepreneur. Okay. So your life purpose is one of service. What that card says is that You don't need to find your life purpose. When you are doing what you love and enjoy and doing things for others, your life purpose sort of finds you. Okay. So no need to like, where's my purpose? Okay. It's like as you do what you love, enjoy what naturally comes to you, your natural gifts and talents, your life purpose sort of shows up for you. And then, of course, we have the Cupid card, which goes real nice with this relationship card. For some of you, there's going to be a lot of clarity. You're worried about your love life. Who likes me? I can't tell, Lord. Show me. Okay. So there's some illumination that's going to come. No need to worry. People are figuring out how to express themselves. Um, I think we have a Mercury retrograde coming up too, right? So things could be slowing down. People from your past could be returning, but it's like people are trying to figure out maybe how to express themselves. Hi, Cat Car. Good morning. And then the wedding card is here. Luna Moon, hello there. Good to see ya. So something could be going to a higher level of commitment here, friends. Breathe life into that faith and love. Don't you give up on love because love is not giving up on you. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. All right then. So let's go ahead and get our tarot spread going for today, February 7th, 2020. Please don't forget to like the video, friends. That's always helpful for me. Always subscribe, click the notification bell so you can be notified when I go live. I am going to complete, thank you for liking. I am going to complete the weekly next 10 day series. I started with Leo and I'm on Scorpio. So I'll pick up with Scorpio today and keep going through the rest of the zodiac. Ah, overall energy, the Ace of Cups. Nice. That goes nice with this Cupid card, doesn't it? You guys know I get all hyped up before the reading is even in. And then, it could, as you go and get clarity, I'll be like, oops. Okay. But right now, this is good. New love. Someone has their eye on you. Someone has their eye on you. Okay. Now here is the Four of Pentacles here. Now this is our Earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. This is um this is conservative energy. It's holding on tightly. Some of you could be holding on really tight to a person, a job, not wanting things to change. And I think that's why you got this guidance card that change is always good. Okay. Yeah, some don't like change, even if it is new love. You're like, I don't like new. I like what I'm used to, right? But someone is slowly taking action. Someone is slowly taking action. The knights of are this is a knight of pentacles, but knights are always about action or forward movement. It's very slow movement, but it's movement. Some of you could be resistant to new love. It's like being satisfied with what you have already. Like I'm good. I like what I have. I don't want to change. I like what I'm used to. But change is good. I hear you, Luna. It's like it's so funny because this guy is sort of just looking at the new. It's like something new is trying to come in for you, and this person is just holding tightly clutched to what they're familiar with. But they're looking at it like that's nice, not realizing that you're supposed to open up and let all that in, right? So somebody is really okay. So yeah. Oh Lord. All right, guys. Could be a trust issue, could be just a comfort zone issue, right? Like you're used to your comfort zone. All right, what is the recent past for my friends watching and who will be watching, Holy Spirit? What is the recent past? Okay, so clarity. So this Knight of Pentacles, whoever this is, has a lot of clarity, an honest communicator, um, very clear in their intentions. Okay. This is also, a divinely inspired idea that someone is taking action on slowly but surely. It could be this entrepreneurial venture. and you're being very conservative with your resources as you move forward in this career path. But some of you could have gotten an epiphany about your life purpose, and it's becoming clear as the days, progress, and you're becoming more sure and clear of what your life purpose is. For love, it's this, it's so there's a bit of a delay. Okay, it's about divine timing with this. So it's being somebody is very centered. The hanging man is also about sort of that zen balanced energy. So I feel like someone is being very measured and balanced as they progress and move forward. We do have an emperor here, which is a really affluent person, with experience, and an ace of pentacles. So it could be too that you guys are going to be offered something, a big financial opportunity. Somebody could be waiting on an answer, waiting for you to respond to them, right? About something that you were offered. It's very clear from an emotional position. There is a Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, which is about our emotions. Usually, when I see this card, she has such a longing look. Someone is very deeply missed. Okay. The Queen of Cups is also very intuitive. Um, very intuitive. Yeah. So, hold on, guys. All right, awesome. Okay, guys. So yeah, this is very nice energy. Someone is taking control of their destiny, taking control of their future. Very good. Very good. Nice. All right, let's look at the present energy. You guys, this is a very measure. You have two aces, an ace of cups and an ace of swords, which is change. It's new. It's change. It's good new though. Okay. Um, Six of Pentacles, very balanced. I told you guys that hanging man energy is like a Zen energy. Six of Pentacles is about something being very reciprocal, reciprocity, even give and take, that kind of thing. And then the Chariot is here, guys, which is about movement. It's forward movement. It's also victory. It's the Cancer card. It's also about making life choices, but very helpful. And major arcana and the moon here, Cancer, Pisces, Cancer, Cancerian, Pisces energy here, Scorpio as well. Okay, so there is some give and take in this situation, be it love, career, um, spirituality as well. There's a victory coming for you, but you won't have all the details. Okay. See how there's a moon here, this moon card and illumination here. It's like this plan is being slowly rolled out. Very clear. It's being slowly rolled out. It's like if it's the divine, if it's God, He's not giving you every single thing you want. Like some of us want really clear answers before we move. Like I want every detail. I want how is this going to go down? But then where is the need for faith if you have everything mapped out? So some things God doesn't show or tell us because we are supposed to exercise our faith, correct? So there is a victory. This is good fortune. Some of you, there's some movement that needs to be done. You might be moving, and there's some deliberation right now before you make a decision or give someone a decision, which I mentioned before. So, yeah, this emperor, I feel like, is the person who has made an offer or something like that, and you are in a position where you are thinking it over before you make a decision. Okay, for sure. Alrighty, and let's look at this potential outcome, Holy Spirit. Potential outcome, please. We have the Eight of Pentacles, which is like really researching, being focused on something, sort of an apprentice like energy where you're learning something new. You could be a student, learning a new trade, a new craft here. And then the Six of Cups, which is about someone from your past. This also could be about children, but sixes are about very stable energies. Sixes are um, about stability and balance, right? And so there's someone from your past that has returned or will return. The Seven of Wands is here. It's when you are maintaining your personal power, where you are setting appropriate boundaries. Depending on your energy, this could be defensiveness, but you're determining that based on your energy, okay? But this is about having good boundaries, being confident, being in your personal power. So this person from the past who shows up, like you have very clear boundaries, or there is a need for clear boundaries. And the Ace of Wands, which is, again, you have three aces now, friends. The Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords. A lot of new, which means a lot of change. Okay. This is passion, inspiration, right? Our fire energy, Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. But I do feel a resistance to change. I do. Even if it's new and even if it looks good, there's still a resistance there. It could be because of some past hurt here with this Ten of Swords here. It's some kind of painful memory, perhaps um, a painful ending could keep you from wanting to start a new beginning, which makes me very sad. The Four of Pentacles is here. So it's sort of like I'd rather dance with the devil I know than the devil I don't. Sort of like that. Like I've been through so much, right, that I really don't know if I can handle another fresh start. And that's the thing. Some people, aces are exciting if you feel ready for a fresh start. But if you've had a painful ending, something ended painfully, it could make you feel a certain way. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Good morning, Lashonda. So I can understand that. Justice is here, okay, which is, all things legal. Good morning, Andrea. Hi there. Libra energy. Now this in this card, justice is blind. Okay. Something is going to turn out fairly. There could be a painful legal ending to something like a relationship. There could be an ending to a relationship. Um, Things are finally getting settled and evening out. Okay. But it could also make you hesitant to start new with someone as well. Okay. There is a Knight of Wands here, though, you guys. Now it gets a little fiery here. The Knight of Wands and the Devil card is definitely this temptation type energy. So it is, of course, the start to the weekend, and you may be really tempted to take those panties off this weekend. I'm just saying. Someone could really be, I mean, it's heavy, heavy, hot sexual energy, right? Being very tempted. Now, the Knight of Wands does not come to stay. The Knight of Wands is about impetuous, impulsive energy. This is a no judgment zone. I'm just telling you that if somebody pops up in the middle of something that you're really going through, like a serious situation, someone could really pop up, and just understand that if you're in a vulnerable place, it is literally more of a temporary fix, and it's not a rebounding situation. I don't think it has to be a situation. You could also, it could be you just a Capricorn that suddenly pops back into your life or pops into your life, and you're like, oh, yeah, really? Okay. But the Devil card represents excessiveness, compulsion, doing something in excess. And so, thank you, Andrea. Um, I will definitely get to that. I will definitely get to that. Um, so yeah, this is interesting. Interesting. Okay. So let's get clarifiers, friends. Let's do that. Alrighty. So we're going to clarify this overall energy, which is the Ace of Cups and Four of Pentacles. Um, Luna, you and me both. I mean, really, okay? All right, so there's new love, there's some resistance to new love here, new opportunity as well. So let's find out why. What is can we clarify, Holy Spirit, this Ace of Cups? Oh, you guys. Oh, you got the Ace of Cups twice, friends. Okay, listen. Okay. I mean, this is just spilling out over somebody's. This is literally it's a really good opportunity. Okay. And the reason somebody is not wanting to act on it is because of past hurt. It's because of past hurt. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So I feel like, and it's a fear of disappointment. It's a fear of being let down. Hi, HL. Good morning. It's a fear of you don't want to be let down. So you're like, I am comfortable where I am. I don't have to worry about it. And so you don't want to take the risk. I understand. Um, with whether it's with a career as an entrepreneur, okay, whether it is pursuing your life purpose, changing your field, going into a more service oriented industry. It's letting me know it's buffering a little, friends. Hold on a second. I'm going to pause. Okay, it should be back now. Sorry, it buffered slightly for a second. But so it's a fear of failure. Someone has a fear of failure, whether it's love, career, there's a fear of failure. But I just want to reassure you there is a Nine of Pentacles here. So for those of you who are looking at an entrepreneurial thing, you're going to be successful. There's no need to worry, you guys. Look, no need to worry. Oh, my sweetheart. I get it. Okay. So we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is very successful energy. This is a manifestation in the natural of money, resources. Okay. And then there's also a Four of Wands, friends. This goes with this wedding card, which is something going to a higher level of commitment. And some of you are nervous about that. It's like, oh my goodness. Oh, yeah. So afraid to be happy and so afraid to be loved. That's what this is. So afraid to be loved. Oh my goodness. And then look at this, guys. The Six of Wands. This is success. This is a glowing success. This is when people recognize your effort, your energy. People recognize your glow up. This could also be a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo who is making this offer of love to you, wanting the commitment, but it's also a lot of opportunity, right? This is so beautiful. It's very successful. You're grappling with the fear of failure. What pick the category? You're grappling with the fear of failure, and so it's making you resistant to change. And so you'd rather hold on to what you have than open your heart to have more than what you have. Yeah. All right. So let's get clarifiers on this Ace of Swords and Knight of Pentacles. All righty. So again, resistance to starting something new. This Four of Pentacles didn't go anywhere, friends. The Empress card is about it being a right time and season to start this new venture. It is the right time. There's still that resistant energy. It is. It's like very cautious. Nothing wrong with caution, but fear of failure is normal. But there's also got to be some faith, and your faith has to trump fear in order for you to move forward in this. And then I see a Virgo card. Okay, some of you could be very resistant to starting something new with a Virgo. You could be the Virgo or earth sign going through this, but you could be definitely be going inward. Maybe in the past you were dealing with someone who sort of betrayed you, or that you have some trust issues. But I also see a Knight of Wands, which is someone the need to move quickly. All right. So maybe someone has offered you something and they need an answer, but you're like, I really need time to think about this. And they're like, okay, but time is of the essence. I really need a response. Okay. That's really what it feels like. Interesting. All right. Let's clarify, Holy Spirit, the Six of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Moon. We clarify the six of, I think in order for you to move forward, you're really going to need to see the reciprocity and the fairness. Like you're like, I need to make sure everything is going to be equal, balanced, and fair. We have the 10 of Pentacles, guys. This is a great financial opportunity. The Eight of Swords is here. This is our air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Um, Sometimes that Eight of Pentacles is a trust issue. It could be feeling tied or bound, like you're not seeing a solution maybe to a part of this. Like it's a great opportunity, but I don't have a car. Or you don't feel the liberty to move forward yet. And then the World card. Wow, wow. There's a whole new world that you can't see. Now, some of this is you can't see. It's self-imposed, right? Just you not being able to see past your own fear and limitations. You have doubts, okay? But then there's some things you can't see because the universe, God, is not showing it to you with the Moon card. But there's a beautiful new beginning, friends. Something is ending. This is things coming full circle. So there's an ending and a beautiful new beginning. It's very beautiful. And then the Temperance card is here, Sagittarius card, but it's about having balance and patience with yourself, patience with the situation, patience with the other person. And this is about feeling the weight of the decision, but it's also about having a lot of responsibility, having a lot to do, doing one thing a little bit at a time. If you're overwhelmed and have a lot going on, this is just, these two cards together are basically saying, you can't take everything on all at once. You're going to have to take it in small doses, small pieces, one rod at a time, right? Instead of trying to tackle everything all at once. Alrighty. But I do feel strongly someone's waiting on a message, or you'll be getting a message soon. Okay. All right. So what is this Eight of Pentacles about, Holy Spirit, please, and the Six of Cups? The Eight of Pentacles. Friends, the Sun. Also about children. Some of you, the Six of Cups is also about kids. And so some of you maybe have been working on having children biologically or adopting children, but it looks very promising. Beautiful energy. The Sun card is also Leo energy. Hi, Chocolate Goddess. How are you? The Ten of Swords is here again. So this is about a painful ending. The Sun is also about illumination, which was part of our guidance, right? Yes, Andrea, for sure. And then we have the Page of Cups, which is like an apology. Somebody is offering it's like a peace offering or trying to provide comfort. Someone is going to be trying to make you feel better, but it's going to take time. Time heals all wounds is what I'm sort of looking at here. There is a hanging man at the bottom of the deck. So there's a painful ending, but it's also a beautiful fresh start. What's the Ace of Wands, Holy Spirit? I feel like some of you, your guard is up to about someone coming in and expressing love to you or expressing interest because you are just coming out of a relationship or coming out of an ending and you're just sort of not the Wheel of Fortune. Things moving in your favor. For some people, that's the good luck card. Um, but it's things moving in your favor. Things are turning around for you. You're a wounded warrior. You've been through a lot, whether it was in love, career, whatever. And so it would make you a little tentative about whether or not to move forward. But you are the magician. You're manifesting something. And it does look like someone is returning to your life with this Knight of Swords. Someone is returning to your life, and there is wish fulfillment here, the Nine of Cups. Mm. You could be very career focused, but there's definitely a Knight of Cups. Like there's love knocking on your door, no question. For sure. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. For sure. Now some of you, it's temptation. Um, but in this reading, there were three aces: the Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands. Fiery. Hi, Royal the Voice. Okay. This is very rich energy, friends. It's very full of commitment in life. It is conquering your fears. Some of you do have a fear of moving forward. It's just like too much change. And you're like, I can't do another change. I cannot do another change. But it looks so beautiful, the outcome. Someone from your past, it could have been a very painful ending and it makes you not want to start over, but you have the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Wands, which is a divinely inspired new start. It's a divinely inspired new beginning. For some of you, it's like the offer's too little for what you've been through. Like, I'm going to need more than a cheeseburger if you're trying to give me. You know what I mean? It's like, I've been through a lot. I'm going to need something more to sweeten the pot in order for me to do this because I've been through so much. So you're not accepting small offers right now. It's like, I can't do. I mean, you're gonna have to come with it. So whoever is thinking about, put yourself in the scenario where needed, but whoever is bringing it, they gotta come real strong. They have to be real sure. They have to be real confident, because this is what you're on, the Nine of Cups, which is, you want lasting commitment. You don't necessarily want wham bam thank you ma'am necessarily, especially if you've been really really hurt. It's just a thing. um yeah. Yeah, they're gonna have to come with it. They're gonna have to bring it. So, yeah, Royal, you're gonna have to rewind this. But it's full of balance and victory. Like I like it. I don't like the fear of failure, and I don't like the fear of loving again. I don't like that because I understand it. I understand the risk that comes with loving. But again, go back to our initial guidance card about relationships. Your faith is a big factor here. Your faith. Do you trust God enough as God? Do you trust the God in you enough to not let you fail to the point of where you can't recover? Okay. So again, I'm going to point you back in the direction of the divine and say, how secure are you in your relationship with the divine to trust this new love that's coming into your life? This does not look like, it's not wayward, goofy energy. Okay. It is working through issues, perhaps working through seeing how to see things differently, working through a difference of opinion, working through things. Also, I wasn't going to mention it, but I am. Forgiveness is here. So I think that's why this Sun and Ten of Swords is here together, because the pain is preventing you from a beautiful new start. Hence enters forgiveness. And it's going to take the divine to heal a relationship that is, or a family relationship, you know, healing your family is going to take three parties, you, them, and spirit, to heal it, because it has the potential to be very beautiful. This has the potential to be very beautiful for some of you. Yeah, it's definitely an issue of marriage, not wanting, if you're getting a divorce or were divorced, and this is about reconciliation, and it is about yeah, it's interesting because there's trustworthy guidance here. I feel like for some of you with career, we had this Eight of Pentacles at the beginning of the reading, which, no, it's right here, and the outcome, which is about, learning something, being an apprentice of something. So some of you are starting something new and you do need like an apprentice or a mentor. Others of you, there's a need to release and surrender. I think it is also a need to release and surrender worry, right? I think you also have to release and surrender this outcome. Like, even though it is a stupendous, marvelous outcome, you can't get so into the details that you lose faith. And that's the one weird thing, right, about even being in this particular industry of doing readings and things like that, because we all want to know things. But guidance is one thing. I don't believe for 1 minute that spirit wants to take away your decision, your ability to choose your path. That's up to you. But also, spirit isn't going to give us anything that debilitates our faith. Still have to walk by faith and not by sight. So you're going to get guidance, which is what I pray for, right? Guidance. But every single step of the way, some of that is you have to exercise that muscle, that faith muscle. You have to exercise the muscle of being confident in yourself. Some of you are learning how to flex your love muscle, learning how to love again. So the only way to learn how to do something is to have resistance, right? Which is our overall energy, the Ace of Cups twice, new love, and the Four of Pentacles. So some of you, this is about exercising your love and trust. Yes, Luna, I love it. Exercising your love and trust muscle. Look at that, two Ace of Cups. I mean, does it get any more clear? This is all about you flexing your love muscles, learning how to love and to trust again. For sure. Yes, totally. Patience and tribulation. Look at that, Naomi. Patience in tribulation, patience in tough times. Yeah, it's a lot of responsibility. It's a weighty situation. For some of you, it's a weighty decision that must be made. This Chariot card is about making a big decision. It really is. And so right now, you can't see which way is up. And there's some things God isn't showing you with the moon here, but you have to believe. But this is a beautiful fresh start, though, friends. It is. And I understand the need to worry, but you got to replace the worry with faith. Trust God, trust your angels, and people whose opinion you value and you know they're trustworthy guidance. This is good. It's growing pains good. Like, I hate this, but it's good for me good. Like when you're doing squats and stuff. Or exercising or doing cardio, like, it's good for me, but it's not good. Like, I hate this, but you love the results. It's like that. Like, you may not like the process, guys, but look at that outcome. Okay. So yeah, you're flexing those love and trust muscles right now, exercising that faith muscle. This is beautiful, guys. And it is an escalated level of commitment. And it's also a right time to start what is in your heart to do. It's a right time to function in your life purpose, or to start that career you've always wanted to start. But there's going to be some fear. That's why you need to really be in tune with the God, in tune with spirit, so that you can literally walk by faith. It's reminding me, do you guys remember the story of the children of Israel? And you talk about walking by faith. They literally had to follow the cloud by day and the fire by night. Like it was like each day they could not veer from the path in any capacity because they had to follow the cloud, follow the fire, follow the cloud, follow the moon, or something like that. But I know that it was like literally that sort of walking by faith. And so each day it's just your thing. It's like I want this all mapped out for me. And it's like I'm not gonna map it all out, babe. Right? I'm not gonna map it all out, but I will give you guidance. One, that you shouldn't worry to get closer to me as your loving creator. I'm not gonna leave you, forsake you, or let you down. Things will become clearer as you go. Follow. Remember, I said it was the cloud by day and the moon by night. You're gonna have to keep looking up. You're not gonna be able to take your eyes off of God. You're gonna have to be attentive to spirit, hearing what do I do next? Okay, I did that. What do I do now? But change is always good. Okay. And so if this is about reconciliation with another person, you will never know. Some of you are like, well, I don't know if they've changed. It doesn't matter. Have you changed? Are you different? Have you evolved? Are you able to trust now? Do you still have wounds in need of healing? That's the focus. You aren't going to know until you get involved with them again. So you got to give them a chance. But what you do know is about you, and have you started doing the work to not have severe trust issues, severe self-esteem issues? Do you love yourself more than you did when you were dealing with this person last? Do you know how to set boundaries better now than you did when you were dealing with this person in the past? Yeah, good questions to ask ourselves. Good questions to ask ourselves. We get all into the other person's stuff, and it's like, well, wait, let me check on me. How different am I? Am I in a better place? Am I in a more healed and whole place? Am I still wounded? Am I still? Does my conversation and speech reflect a wounded person or a whole well person? Right? Have I done that? Have I forgiven for real, or have I not? And if you haven't forgiven, then you could just be honest with the person, like, I'm just not there. I'm just not there. I haven't forget. I'm tired. I'm scared to love you. I'm scared to love anybody. But I think that starts with God, and you and God get that together. He can heal that distrust and mistrust. Hi, Candy Doll. So yeah, okay, all right. So my friend Andrea, you and we're opening it up for the on the spot readings. So Andrea, they're $20.20. Do you want a I'm not sure how to do that. You sent me 14.99. I don't know what to do with that, Andrea. So what I could do is you can either, add $5 to it and I could do the full spread, or you just want an answer to that question. Help me know what to do, Andrea, because I'm confused. I'm confused. Yes, depression is a real thing. Depression is a real thing. It's a disease. Now, if you have not been diagnosed with depression and you are down, what I would offer to you, what I would offer to you is depression sometimes can be a preoccupation with yourself. Think about it just for a second, okay? It's a preoccupation with yourself. Like you are literally thinking about you, your feelings, how something impacted you, how you were treated, the pain from the past. My daddy never loved me. All of that could be true. Thank you, babe. All of that could be true. However, how much are you looking at what am I contributing to the world? How am I making my community better? How am I making my family better? How am I making my uh, my job better? Am I making life easier for my coworkers or harder for my supervisor? Right? Am I trying to create less pain for my spouse, or am I being difficult? Am I a difficult partner? And so sometimes when we get down and depressed, it can be sort of a narcissistic quality because we're very preoccupied with our mental health disorder. Okay. And so she's very self-aware, which is good until it goes into selfishness. Like, so what she's very aware of how she's treated. I don't like the way you said that. And she's very expressive. So she could say, I don't like the way you said that to me. I don't like the way you did this to me. And so now I have to say, Madison, what about how you treated someone else? Like, are you aware that when you walk in a room and you're not controlling your energy and your face is turned sideways, that impacts someone else's day? So now I'm trying to reverse some of that empowerment that I gave her for 22 years and get her to think of others. Like, I need you to think about other people. I understand. So there's a thing called helper's high. It's a psychological term that when you begin to volunteer and do things for other people, that it literally, there's a chemical reaction that happens in your brain that makes you feel better when you do things for others. One of our guidance cards is sitting right here. Be in service. A surefire way to help you feel better about your situation is to serve someone else. And I'm not saying you got to go to a homeless shelter or food or soup kitchen. You could just open the door for somebody going in the Kohl's, right? Or give somebody a cart. You going in the Kroger, and instead of getting your cart first, you just get a cart and give it to somebody. You will start to feel better. It causes a physiological change in your cell structure and how you feel. Oh, Candy Dog, what does a prophet do? Well, in the Bible, a prophet was someone who gave people messages from God, right? They gave them messages from God. Sometimes the message would be about them, sometimes the message would be about the future. Okay. A prophet is also part of God's divine order. Like, I forgot what scripture it is, but look it up where he says he gave some, it's for the edification of the church as well. So he gave some prophets, apostles, teachers. So there are certain um, uh, callings or positions. Like, he gave some pastors, teachers, prophets, apostles. Okay. So there's, in the order of things, biblically speaking, a prophet sort of falls in there. And it's a person who gets messages from God, who can see the future, but it's God inspired. Like, God has given them a message. And sometimes that message is for generations. Sometimes that message is for people. It could be for a group of people. It could be for an era, a time period in time. It could be for, a message for the nations. Like, it can fall into different categories, but typically that's how a prophet functions. I hear you, Lashonda. I hear you. But yeah, research those terms, helpers high. It's a great articles on it. Haven't forgotten you, Andrea. I got you, baby. So I'm shuffling for you, Andrea, right now. So but yeah, good questions though, you guys. Good questions. But that's always a way, God's anointed daughter, to and I'm also, I am an advocate for mental health, obviously. I'm also a person who believes in holistic treatment. So I'm a big fan of meditation. I'm a big fan of mind over matter, which is why I keep telling you guys to watch the Goop Lab. I just absolutely love it. But I'm also a fan if you need help. Like, there are medications, like my daughter, there are medications that help with that. And it doesn't have to be the highest level of medication, but if depression is a thing and it is debilitating and it's keeping you from living a best life, there could be some chemical imbalances. Your serotonin levels could be off. You could not be producing dopamine. There are, synthetic medications that help with that. And all things in its season and time. So it may be that you need it temporarily. You may need to take something temporarily. Or for some people, I may say try St. John's wort. Try St. John's wort before you try Xanax. You know what I'm saying? It's more natural, holistic. Try magnesium, try B vitamins before you resort to a synthetic drug. But whatever helps you be your best self and live your best life, it doesn't have to be for the long term. It doesn't have to be um, something you use the rest of your life. It could be just to get through a rough time. Like, so sometimes when people are grieving and have had major losses, for example, like Kobe Bryant, his and all those grieving him, like his family, there could, Vanessa could very well need something just to get through the memorial service, just to get through the first 6 months without him, to be able to function and feed yourself and feed your kids. Like, it's such, PTSD is a real thing. Does that make sense? Okay, so again, I am not a physician. There is a disclaimer in the description box that the advice given is not meant to replace or substitute um, evaluation or treatment, medical or psychological. So make sure that you seek a professional's help with those things. But I am sharing with you what I have experienced with and what I've known that has worked for me, my family, um, and in my professional training and background, things that I may suggest to and for people. So, Candy Doll, I'm going to do Andrea's reading. And hi, Christine. And then you may want to Google some of this, sweetie. I love you, Candy. I do. But you might want to Google some of this. And I love that you have questions. I absolutely do love that you have questions. But this beautiful lady, Andrea Horn, has paid for a personal on the spot reading. And I'm going to do that for her right now. Right now. But I love you. You're more than welcome to stay tuned, stay in the chat and everything. But let me get to Andrea's reading. I love you, Andrea. Okay, so Father, I'm just praying for the highest level of divine guidance for my beautiful friend Andrea. Please give us guidance. She's interested in wondering if this Gemini is a good partner for her. And so, if you, whatever you're willing to share with us, Father, please let us know. We thank you and we bless you. Thank you, Archangel, Spirit Guides of the highest, most holy divine order, ancestors. And thank you, Jesus. So, Andrea, this guidance is for you, baby doll, okay? All right. And so if anybody else wants an on the spot reading, you can pay here on YouTube, or you can do that by clicking the PayPal link in the description box. Okay. And the cost is $20. All right. So guidance for Andrea, Holy Spirit. What do you want her to know? Look at this. The listen card, Andrea. So what this card is about quieting your mind. And it says, listen to the gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Stay in a quiet and receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desire's manifestation. Very key. So I'm going to pause for a second. Okay. So it's a concern about the outcome, right? Is this for me? But there's a quiet reassurance that Spirit wants you to have. Okay. Quiet your mind and body. You will hear more quickly the answer. So I get when you have a lot on your mind, it's like things are in motion too. You can have your business could be in motion, or you're getting, but it seems counterintuitive, but you have to sort of get still to hear sort of what that is about. Okay. So it is about getting still to hear. And then I love this though. This is the law of attraction. What this is, babe, is what you think about, you bring about, bring about. So what you think about, you bring about. You are a powerful creator. So what I love about this, and look, Creative Project is here. So I love this, Andrea. So listen, 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 and your life purpose. So what I was about to say to you was what this next card is about, which is daydream. You must take time to visualize your outcome, not not ask God, what's my outcome? You must visualize what you want, and it brings your vibration up. It will make you feel good. So let's say you're in the middle of Like well, let's use this business partner. Okay. I do believe that, Andrea. I do believe you are, because law of attraction came up. So I do believe this is all true. So because you are a great manifester, then you understand the process of creating space and time to think about the outcome, right? So it's like if a person has a car, they don't have a car. And they're like, well, God, am I going to get a car? Am I going to get a car? It's very external, right? Versus taking the time to sit and visualize yourself with your hands on the steering wheel of a brand new Porsche. Or if a Porsche is out of reach, then a Toyota Corolla. But anyway, you spend the time visualizing what that would feel like to win the car, what it would feel like to get the phone call and the person says you've been approved for your new, you know, 2019 Tesla. Like you're like, oh my God, like that feeling. And when you feel that feeling, it gives off those vibrations and it comes to you. That's how the law of attraction works. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I journal too. Andrea, I will write a script for myself, especially if I don't know. Like I write a script, and this has reminded me to do this. So I love it. So write the script for yourself. And I need to do this because I was made a big offer, you guys, by the way. I was offered a job, elevated position, a promotion back home where I came from. So I'm trying to make a decision. So just like in the spirit of transparency. So I have a very big decision I'm trying to make. My point is, it's like, how do you want your life to be? And so I've been tapping into what do I want for me versus letting the opportunity set my intention. What do I want for me? How do I want to feel every day? What's the energy of the city I would be going back to versus the energy that I experience here in Texas? What do I truly value? And letting my good manifest from a place of abundance and not a place of lack. Like, oh God, but that money will be so good. So let me grit through the experience, which I don't. That's not how I want to live. Right. So you also have here your treasure is at hand. So there's something, and now this is about a person. Okay, Andrea, that is like, yes, somebody could be the shinier model, the skinnier model version of whatever you want, but there's somebody that you can learn from. There's somebody around you that makes you genuinely laugh on the inside. Like your gut instinct is like, I feel comfortable with them. They make you smile. They're wise. Already connected. You don't have to figure this person out as it relates to love or relationship or partnership because your treasure is at hand. Okay. So it's something right around you, right in your vicinity for sure. Okay. So let me go ahead. I'm going to use this Archangel Power deck for your reading. So let's get the overall energy for Andrea, Holy Spirit. I just feel very much, Andrea, like you're in your life purpose. As you do what you love, it's like things just fall into place. It's like the ground forming under your feet. So there's a seven of Ariel. This is Pentacles energy. This is your energy. This is about when you've planted, invested, and it's starting to come up. So see the flowers. So it's like things are starting to take shape. It's starting to germinate and come through the soil, like in the springtime. Okay. So things are starting to come up. And it's like, okay. So you're starting to see manifestations of what you've planted. The Six of Michael is about moving towards calmer water. So things are starting to level out and things are starting to um, really balance themselves out. This is about travel as well. Being able to breathe again, breathe a sigh of relief. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel now. It's like, I can see this. Okay, I can see this. I can see this. That's this energy. And then we also have Epiphany here, which is having, that aha moment of clarity. And then also the Empress, which you are. This is about starting something new. And the Six of Raphael is here. So this could be somebody from your past. But it's starting It's starting something new, this entrepreneurial venture, being it a ripe season to start something new. And it looks like there's someone from your past here, baby. You got the Six of Raphael, Six of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but it's not the sign as much as it is the energy. There's a rekindling of a relationship or something. It could have you a little confused, but there's a rekindling here, okay? All right. So let's look at, hi, Epiphany. So let's look at past energy for Andrea. So the Five of Raphael is about, things happening for a reason, disappointing things, something could have been sad. And 2-5. So there was a big changes in the past. You were searching for the purpose for your life, meaning what am I supposed to be doing, God? What do you want me to do? Could have been consulting with friends, counselors, the divine, like what is it that you want me to do? It also shows a Knight of Raphael, which could have been a person from the past, has recently come into your life. There's something new you're working on. So there's a Three of Pentacles, which is about working cooperatively with others, and it's about developing a new skill set or a trade. Oh, interesting. All right. So present energy for Andrea. What's the present energy, Holy Spirit? Okay, and from a practical standpoint, Andrea, make sure you get references, okay, on people. So ask people who have worked with this person before about their follow through. What is her follow through like? Does she answer emails, phone calls? Her manner, her customer service, does it mirror the values you have? Look at this: peace, stability. 13 turns into a 4, which is about a rock hard infrastructure. I do see some worry. Nine of swords, worry, which is unnecessary, and a 9 of cups. Girl, this is good. I get it. It's like I get it. I get this. This energy is like, and it's all about perspective. This is a major arcana, by the way. So how you see things is going to determine how you see things. Okay. Um, there is a need for you to pause and for reflection and insight. So there is a need for you to sort of slow down. This listen card and this perspective card are talking about pausing. Like you need to sort of not worry, pause this being up at night because you can't sleep. And there you are going to have a greater sense of peace as well because things are panning out. They're working out. Your worrying isn't making it work out. It's working out because this is your path. It's part of your life purpose and part of your visualization exercises. Does that make sense? So some of this is the law of attraction at work with your faith. And okay, God, I'm not worrying. What is it that I want to see? I know what I put on my vision board. I know what I've written in my journal. I want my business partnership to be like. Does this person align with that already? Okay. Okay, I love that. But also seek wise counsel or guidance. So ask people about what she's like. How does she handle disappointment? How do and does the person need to be like you? Is that too redundant for what you're trying to do? Just a question. So do you need another you or do you need someone that has difference than you? It's fine if she compliments you, but you understand what I'm saying? Okay, the star is the so wishes coming true. This is your deepest desires coming true. This is so beautiful. Believe in yourself, trust yourself. And the 4 of Swords. What is this, my darling? Taking time to reflect and listen. You gotta take time out. You got 3 different cards to talk about you needing a timeout to listen. To listen. And it's foundational, a four of Ariel, which is solid. You got two fours. This is very solid energy. And then you're going to get a message, a page of Raphael. Um, yeah, positive expectation. And you got the happily ever after card, the Ten of Cups. Something is going to come to an end. You do have a Ten of Michael, but it's like a retirement ending. It's not a painful Ten of Swords. It's like you're closing out one cycle of life and starting a new one. So that's pretty cool. I like it. This is beautiful. No, you can't doubt yourself. No. I was going to ask you a question, Andrea. I was going to ask you, here's what I was going to say. I was going to say, thank you so much for booking your reading. However, why don't you trust yourself? Why don't you? You've got everything. Like, you're not going to make me cry. Okay, you might. Whatever made you doubt yourself, I need you to lovingly dismiss that from your life. Let it go. Lovingly let go. Whatever that was, whatever period of time it was in your life where you weren't sure, or someone scolded you, or something like, oh, you should have seen that, you didn't catch that, you didn't miss it. It's okay to make a mistake. Okay, it's okay to not hit the nail on the head every single time. No one can live up to that standard in life. Nobody can. So get comfortable living. Okay. And I'm so happy you booked this reading. It helps me tremendously. But get comfortable with yourself enough to know, even if you don't hit the nail on the head every time, you're still good. It doesn't disqualify you. It doesn't destroy your credibility. You are still a smart cookie. You are still valuable. And so even if you say, this feels good, let me try it, give yourself the liberty to try. Give yourself the liberty to try this lady out and say, if it doesn't work, I've lost nothing. I can, don't give her your ATM pin, but yeah, let's try it. See if this partnership works. You know what I'm saying? So you're in a beautiful time of newness and trusting yourself. And that's why that's all of this guidance was talking about, quieting your mind. You hear from above. You're gonna get revelations that let you know it's time to move forward. I'm glad I'm a part of that journey for you, but I need you to trust yourself. Already give 110%, Andrea. That's where your faith in God comes in. And that's where you trust Him for the things where you're like, God has His category, right? And you have your category. There are only certain things Andrea can do, and then God picks up the rest. And so where we miss it, and where we have blind spots, and that's where he comes in, and guess what, he gets to be God in those situations. And those are where our miracles and our stars, our major arcana, come in, right? Because as you are resting and reflecting, God is behind the scenes making your dreams come true. Does that make sense? Oh, Jesus. I felt that in my heart of hearts. I haven't had one of these ugly cry moments in a long time, you guys, but I just know that in my knower of knowers, I needed that for myself. And I know that it's true for you, that as you reflect, as you rest and reflect, God is behind the scenes making your dreams come true. There's nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. And Andrea, there's also a scripture that says when we are faithless, God remains faithful. Take some of the pressure off of yourself, because even if you don't trust God that much, He still trusts you. He trusts Himself. He trusts Himself in your life. So even if you don't trust God, it's okay. The word says, even when we are faithless, God remains faithful. So you don't have to have it all together, although, great effort. You don't have to have it all together, friend, for things to work out just perfectly. And it'll be just right for you. So take some of the pressure off of yourself. Take some of the pressure off of yourself to be perfect, off to get every question on the quiz right, to hit every nail right on the head. That's not necessary. It's not necessary to be successful. And there is a force working behind the scenes for your greatest good, for things to work out in your favor and have this 10 of cups beautiful, happily ever after. Okay. Andrea, you made me ugly cry, child. All right. I love you guys. Oh, Lord Jesus. Andrea, my eyelash is still on. Andrea, I'm going to get you. Okay. Oh, wow. So, all right. All right. So that was Andrea's on the spot reading. She made me ugly cry. I love her so much. All right. Anybody else want an on the spot reading? The cost is $20.20, friend. $20.20. All righty. Anybody else? I love you too. Andrea, we can't keep doing this because it's hard to get out of this love fest with you. And I was stuck. Oh, I'm in the love fest. I can't get out. Look, I have all these hearts all over my shirt. Is this the kind of day I'm going to have today? Gee whiz. Okay. I'm trying to get out the love fest circle. Okay. All right. Lord Jesus. I love you guys so much. You mean a lot to me, and I don't take these readings lightly, clearly. I don't take the readings lightly, and I don't take your support lightly. I love you, and it means a lot to me that I'm able to offer whatever God has put in me to you to provide direction, comfort, peace, and encouragement. Oh, Luna, oh gosh, you're so welcome. And thank you for being here. Thank you so much. If you guys don't mind hitting the like button, that does help. It keeps me going, keeps me encouraged. Also, hit the subscription button if you haven't already, and or the notification bell so you can be notified. I am going to continue with the weekly readings for February 7th through the 17th, starting with the sign of Scorpio. So be on the lookout for those. I'll probably do those in probably within the next half hour. I'll get started on those again. So, but thank you for being here. Thank you, LaShonda, for being my moderator. I love you, friend. If you ever need a good friend, LaShonda Gunley is your girl. I'm just saying. She's my awesome Virgo, attention to detail, diligent friend. Love her. So thank you guys for being here this morning. What a beautiful day. I love you. Enjoy this day. If no one else wants an on the spot reading, I am going to move on to the other part of my Andrea. Thank you. Oh, jeez. I can't take this. I can't take this. Yes, you may, friend. Yes, you may. Hold on. I gotta blow my nose off camera. Hold on, you guys. Just talk amongst yourselves. Okay. Okay. I'm still couldn't do that all. Okay. All right. I think I'm together. Yes, ma'am. What's your question? Mm, what is the business? I'm curious, Andrea. So, what is the business? So, you guys know, just in case you guys have not looked at my about page, I don't know if I put it on there. I have been a um, career counselor for. I'm older than you guys think. I'm 48. I'll be 50 in a couple years. But my career has been in. I'm a career consultant and was a career counselor in higher ed, and also was a workforce development director for several years. So I'm real interested. So Andrea, I am interested literally in what your business is because I may have some insight and ideas just professionally because I've done this for years. Oh, so I love it. Okay. So what I would say is um your husband, depending on his skill set. So I am a fan of assessments that help us to understand who we are better. So I am a fan of the Myers Briggs. I'm a fan of the Harrison assessment. Um, I am so some of these career-based assessments that look at our personality types, our strengths and stuff like that. I'm a fan of those. And those, if you email me or you could even go online and look for some of them yourself, it helps us to understand ourselves and our partner. It works great for relationships too. And that's how I got into my last relationship. I literally did 3 assessments with us to make sure that what I was feeling matched the reality of my situation. So I approached it very scientifically, however. Um, so what I do like is depending on your husband's strengths, you sort of know what to divvy up between the two of you. And so depending on the age of your children, there's always very practical things they can do, like sort of the upkeep of the property. They could be responsive to initial phone calls about leasing your property, or you could coach them on how to hear the things that you ask or things that you look for when people are trying to lease the property, or and depending on their responsibility and giving them increased responsibilities in a way. So um, I love the business though. I absolutely love this. And so if your husband is like it's some whoever has like the salesman personality, who is the person that is a just a magnet that people love to talk to, that's sort of the person that you put out front as a first point of contact. You want people's first experience to be feeling very welcoming, like everything is all together. If he is a techie person and very good with attention to detail and making sure your website, your contracts, the pictures of the property, your social media presence is very polished, then you may want to use him for that as well. I love that name. Oh, Andrea, how awesome. Oh, yes, friend. Oh, I love this. I love this. Okay. Oh, this is incredible. Oh, good. I'm so glad. So, oh, I love it. Okay, I will do that. So, oh, this is so good. I have such good, this is good energy. So, with his skill set, you sort of know who to put in front, like who is the first point of contact. Um, if you're the more timely person, okay. So you know what you need. There's somebody who needs to be very fiscally responsible. That you need the person who is going to be able to tell the other people no, right? Like as far as your spending, your budgeting, um, you need that person who can, yeah, we do, Andrea, we absolutely do. Like this is literally my other life is as a career consultant. So we do need to chat because and we can set time aside to do that. We can make an appointment to do that. I'm going to um you did the disc. I love the disc. I love the disc. Oh, I love it. I love it. So my question to you is, so did your husband do the disc and did the Gemini do the disc? Because once we understand what each person is bringing to the table, then we can assign responsibilities based on what we know, right? And not what we feel. Because if somebody has trouble with timeliness or then that's not the person you want meeting people to show them the property or they have trouble with deadlines and there's someone who also needs to be the rigid person who's no fun to go out and have drinks with, but they're great with money. So you need that fiscally grounded person to look at all of the financials and say, here's what we reasonably can do. Instead of getting a platinum doorknob, babe, we need a brass doorknob and I'm going to install it because we have to keep our financial health and viability intact. So you got to have that person. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's the next step. So if you could get them to do the disc, and it's really good, and then we can go over what I would love to do. Oh God, I would love this, is to literally sort of get the results and then look at each person and sort of talk about what each person brings to the table and how that can be structured as a business because um, especially starting out, when you're just doing things yourself, you do have to reach into other parts of yourself. Like even though I'm a very happy-go-lucky, adventurous Sagittarius, what I also am is I can be very practical and linear because of my director and management experience. I can be very disciplined though. So there's a side of me, depending on what I'm trying to do, because of my age and experience, I'm able to reel in that excitement and optimism for a very practical budget. It's not what I like to do, but I know how to reach in and get it. So part of that is, depending on what you guys' budget is right now and the limited staff you have to reach into different parts of yourself and each person's skill set to set up what it is exactly that you need. Does that make sense? Okay. Yes. Yes. And because there are three of you and you do have a viable 16-year-old son, there's some stuff that he can do, right? Some of the physical stuff. And then I mean, there are things that he can be responsible for and responsive to as it relates to people who rent property as well. I love it. Oh, I can't wait to talk to you. Oh, this is amazing. I can't wait to talk to you. Alrighty. So, we just need to make a time, friend, to 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 get together and do a consulting session. And I have your email. I will email you information and do a pricing sheet for what that is exactly and how we want to move forward. But this is absolutely, now this is my total, all of my career and all of my consulting work is in this area. It is exactly what we're talking about now here on this channel. Isn't that something? So neat. Oh my goodness. You guys are, Andrea, this is amazing. Oh yes. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear. I can't wait to talk to you. For sure. So we will talk more offline. We will set up a consultation session, which this sort of was, but we will get more detailed information. I can't wait to understand the parties that are in play, what it is exactly, what the need is, and where you guys are at in this process. And then we can create sort of a plan of action, some benchmarks moving forward. And then when we get together again, what were some of the, did we clear the hurdles? What got in the way? What are we learning? And also understanding sort of group dynamics too, because the honeymoon stage is always the happiest, but there is going to be a need for the norming stage where all the norms are set. The storming stage is when people don't really get along and it's like, So all of that though is part of the group dynamic. It doesn't even mean that things aren't going to work out. It's just it's part of the melding and the bonding of a group. So when you know that, it's okay. It's okay. Like it's not like, oh my God, we had a tower. This is it. It's over. No, that's not. It's part of the group dynamic. It's part of group bonding. So as long as everyone sort of understands, we aren't all gonna hug and sing kumbaya every day, because there has to be a person. There has to be resistance there. So there has to be someone in the group who's like, I don't know if this is a good idea. Again, those aren't the people you go have drinks with necessarily, but they're the people that keep you on financial track, that want you to look at everything before you make a decision. Because if you have two people who are very similar and they're like, yes, let's go get a new awning. Okay. And it's like, well, wait a minute. You need somebody that you need those checks and balances. Whereas like if there's a purchase over $200, we got to discuss it. Just because of where we are, we need to discuss it. And you need that for yourself, for your sanity, and for your business to thrive. So you do sort of need that in place. Yes, Andrea, we must talk, friend. I'm here for it. It's destiny. It's destiny and meant to be. It's destiny and meant to be. I'm totally sure of it. God's anointed daughter, I'm glad you hung in there with us too. Andrea, I can't wait to talk to you. It is divine destiny. It is divine destiny. And I'll tell you something else, even though this is very public, is that I told you I was made a very big offer to relocate back to where I'm from. And your reading about, I think why it touched me so deeply, friend, is because I'm also in that process of listening and watching God work behind the scenes. And I know what I want to do personally. Like I know what's in my journal. I know what's on my vision board, and I know what I want to do. And so it touched a nerve big time. So we must talk offline. We must. Yeah. Awesome sauce, dear. Okay. So thank you so much for our consultation session. That was ever so public on YouTube, but so good. But so good. Awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait. This is amazing. Yeah, for sure. All right. So I will email you all the particulars. I will send you my Square Calendar link, and we can make an appointment where we can really talk about this. We can and we can do Zoom or Skype And we could do Zoom or Skype with 3 people, right? And do a Zoom meeting and sort of talk about. I would love to get everybody's disc and everybody and sort of go through it. Oh, it's so weird that I live for this stuff. I did this for over 25 years. I did. I have. I have. I am too. I am too, Andrea. I really am. I can't wait to talk to you. I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to it. For sure, a blessing. For sure, a blessing. God's anointed daughter, you are so sweet. You are just too sweet. You are lovely. Thank you for hanging in there with us. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. This was right on time, Andrea. I'm so sure of it. I'm so sure of it. I'm so sure of it. All right, friends. Well, thank you for sticking around for Andrea and I's our love fest. And for this new connection and venture. I'm really excited for it. I love you guys dearly. Again, I will, put it out there if somebody does want an on the spot reading. I'm more than happy to do that. The cost, of course, is $20.20. If not, I am going to click offline in this particular live stream, and get some water and get ready to do. Oh, hi, Janet. Please do. And then get ready to start with Scorpio and keep moving. I love you guys dearly. Thank you so much for everything. Andrea, I will be emailing you. Okay. And I will see you guys next time. And hugs and kisses, God's anointed daughter. Hugs and kisses. Lashonda, you are fine. You are fine. And you can always rewind, you guys. Always rewind to the beginning. Today's message was really good, of course. Full of very grounded energy, being cautious about loving again, but it's time to flex that love and trust muscle because love is definitely coming in for some of you, for some of us. I'm going to take some of that for myself too. All right, guys. Love you so much. God bless you. Have a fantastic February 7th. Have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.